So Henry Cavill, instead of dehydrating for 3 days, you could have dehydrated for 1 day and looked better. 1, not 3, 1. So why suffer for 3 days when you could have looked better on 1? So what he should have done. Coach Greg, and today I'm going to be discussing Henry Cavill. I think I said it right. Henry Cavill's 3-day dehydration to get ready for that bathtub scene in The Witcher. I'm going to explain how stupid it is. I'm going to explain how he should have done it. I'm going to explain how you at home could do it if you ever had something important you wanted to look good for. Maybe you're going to the beach this weekend, next weekend, or you got a nice date, you want to take your shirt off and impress your girl or guy, whoever, then this is the video for you. It's going to explain everything in detail and you're going to fully understand. It's so easy to understand how stupid he is. And people need to start hiring me for these stupid movie roles so they can get in actual shape.
The training for these kind of things, the most important thing is your own health.
So he basically is a decent in shape guy, Henry Cavill, and he's not on any supplements, okay? So he's a natural guy. So I'm gonna explain this for the naturals. What goes into being ready for this bathtub scene? Well, you gotta train and eat healthy in the first place. So he describes that. He ate good, he trained, blah, 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 yada, yada, yada. Was it hard? Yes. He's like, man, the dieting sucks, you're hungry, and so on, and all this stuff. But do you know what's worse than dieting? Do you know? I know. Dehydrating.
Oh yeah, that's the worst part of it. Like, diet is difficult and you're hungry, but when you're dehydrating for 3 days, you get to the point on the last day where you can smell water.
It's way worse, infinitely worse. Too much times worse to explain. So anyone that's been on a diet, and you can imagine how much that sucked, dehydrating like he did is so much worse that if you've tried it, you will for sure agree. It's impossible not to. It sucks. It's like the most horrendous thing you could ever do. Fast forward to 3 days out from the bathtub scene. This is what he decides to do.
Yeah, it makes your skin really thin, so it sits on the muscles.
Wow.
Yeah,
So if you've got a scene with your top off, because Bryn came out of the sea in Gavin and Stacey, I did not dehydrate for 3 days.
And I'm sure it's based on a stupid, moronic trainer coach that tells them what to do, because it's not like these actors aren't multimillionaires that don't hire all these people to tell them exactly what to do. So he would have been drinking a lot of water, 4 liters plus a day, every day, hydrated, and all that good stuff. Then 3 days of dehydrating. 3 days. Day 1 is 1.5 liters. So is that really dehydrating? Not really. Okay, that's gradually going down in water. So it's going from a lot of water to less water.
Not no water for 3 days.
Okay.
On the first day, you'll have like 1.5 liters, and the second day, 0.5 liter, and then the third day, no water, and you'll shoot the 4th.
Not that hard. Day 1, 1.5 liters of water, easy, nothing, no problem. Day 2, 0.5 liter. That's like 1 little bottle of water. That is not a lot of water. That's dehydrating for sure, and it would suck. Day 3, 0 water, as in none. And then filming is on day 4, and it's like all day. So he's really dehydrating for 4 days. The first day doesn't really count. The second day is 0.5 liter water, then none, and then none. That's 2 zeros and 0.5 liter. 0.5 liter water in 3 days. That is stupid. I mean, it makes no sense. And it doesn't even make sense in terms of trying to look your best. So he goes on and he describes about how much suffering it is. And he's like, by the 3rd day, I could smell water. You have your certain senses, smell, sight, and touch, and all these senses. Hear. I'm surprised he couldn't hear water at that point. It's insane. You suffer so much, okay? When I dehydrate for powerlifting, I've done this 50 times plus, bodybuilding 50 times plus. When you dehydrate, okay, what you're doing is removing water from the body, and you want to remove it from under the skin. The skin covers the muscle. See? Skin, if I took the skin off, you would see muscle, you'd see that vein, whatever. Now, the less body fat you have, the more it looks like saran wrap, and you can see through this saran wrap. That makes sense? Now, if you're a little bit fatter, you have like carpet, or maybe you have like a towel. See? Now, you can't see my muscle as well. See? It's covered by a freaking towel. It's thicker, it's body fat, okay? Most of you out there, you don't have a towel. Let's be honest, you have a freaking, what is it called?
Sod.
You have sod. Most of you are covered with sod all over your bodies. You have zero chance of seeing muscle under there. Meh. Obesity, morbid obesity. You have so much fat, you have no chance of seeing any of your muscles. Okay? That's just the bottom line.
Cause Stone Cold said so.
Because Stone Cold said so. That's why. So what you need to do is reduce the sod to a thinner amount of sod so that you only have saran wrap in the first place. Shut that phone off. Stop calling us. Man, a stupid resort. It keeps calling us. We don't want them.
Probably calling to tell you to keep it down.
Nah, they're not. They're not. Shut them up. All right. So back to this. So you want paper thin skin. You want saran wrap. You do that by dehydrating. Problem is, if you dehydrate like he just did for 3 days, you don't just lose water underneath the skin, you lose water inside the muscle, right inside. And the muscle deflates and shrinks and shrivels up. So instead of looking shredded, you look small and shredded, too small. So when you just dehydrate, you have to do it properly. If you do it for too long, it's not good. Now, does the body take 3 days to dehydrate effectively to get this kind of that stripped look? No. What it does, it in fact takes 17 hours, give or take, 5 or 6 hours, whatever. We can argue over 17 hours or 20. Research says science, this and that. But like literally, it doesn't take 3 days. And the dumbest, stupid, moronic thing you can do when you dehydrate is slowly dehydrate. Oh, my coach said 8 liters on day 1, then 4, then 2, and then 1, and then half, and then none. That's how stupid these coaches are. They reduce it by half each day, and it makes no sense. You're drinking a ton of water. Your body has lots of water. A week straight, 2 months straight, you're drinking 6 liters a day. Then you cut it out like that. None, gone, done. You know what that does? It tricks your body into just peeing out all the water. Every day you're peeing out water, drink and pee. What are you filming? Stop it. Girlfriend's trying to embarrass me. Look at her laughing. She thinks it's funny. She's losing it over there. Go follow her Insta stories. What is your freaking account name? Allison Smith or something? Allison C. Smith. Anyway, how are you supposed to make videos when she's making fun of you the whole time? She sits over there and makes fun of me.
It's a lot.
I don't know how I can see straight, but anyway, back to Henry Cavill. What was I even saying?
I don't know.
See, she's ruining this. You drink 4 liters of water and it pees it out real quick. It expects water. It's so used to you drinking water, you just stop, okay? If you gradually cut out the water, the body's like, oh, we had 8 liters that day. Now we got 4. Now we got 2. And now we got 1. Let's hoard on to our water. Let's keep it. Let's change the release of our hormones. I ain't get into all the hormones. I don't want to confuse them. Let's absorb more water and keep it in. Let's not pee it out as much. So you're ruining the whole point of like cutting out all this water really quickly. You cut it out quick and you're done. So Henry Cavill, instead of dehydrating for 3 days, you could have dehydrated for 1 day and looked better. 1, not 3, 1. So why suffer for 3 days when you could have looked better on 1? So what you should have done, drank 6 liters of water. The next day drank 6 liters of water. The next day drank a zit of water. And then the next day you're ready for your shoot. That's all you literally had to do. You would have looked way better, safer, and you wouldn't have suffered for 3 days for nothing. And shrunk your muscles into nothing. You know what else you have to do, Henry Cavill? I mean, you don't literally have alien DNA. You're playing Superman and this Witcher guy. You're not actually the Witcher. You're not actually Superman. You don't have alien DNA. I do. I know what it's like, okay? So this is what you're literally supposed to do. You're supposed to carb up. But why? Why would I eat carbs? I'm trying to dehydrate. You dehydrate, you lose this water, you're peeing and peeing and peeing. Then all of a sudden you're not peeing as much. Why? Because you're dehydrated. Then your body stops peeing. It barely pees at all. Then you add carbs. What kind of carbs? Dry carbs. Because if you add carbs with a bunch of water, you're now hydrated again. So let's say, for example, you ate rice cakes. That will go into the muscle, form glycogen, and then when you do your push-ups and curls and all that stuff, and you lay back in your Witcher scene, you actually have biceps. You actually have a chest. You know, the chest, it's there. You pump up, you do some push-ups, and you fill out. That's what you're supposed to do. So had you done that, you'd have looked way better in the scene. And if you wouldn't have been carrying so much body fat, look, you had 2 rugs covering all your muscle. 15 to 20% is not lean enough for this, okay? You want to be a bit leaner. That's how you do it. So those of you who are watching this, if you have an event or something, drink your water, lots of water, all the time. Then, for one day, cut out your water. One day. Don't be like, oh, it's 1.5 liters, then it's a half a liter, then it's none, Just stop drinking for a day. And eat your carbs, dry carbs, rice cakes. What else is a dry carb? Anything that doesn't have water, that's carbs. I'm not gonna sit here and list it. Use your brain, jelly beans, whatever. If it doesn't have water and it has carbs, it's gonna form glycogen in your muscle. That's how you do it. How do you look even better? You diet to the point of when you need to dehydrate, okay? So if I have a photo shoot in a week from now, 1 week, oh my God, 1 week's notice. Well, it helps that I'm in decent shape right now. But all I'm gonna do is diet, and then the day before, cut out the water, keep eating carbs, and boom, I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna do some push-ups, and you're gonna look good. Don't start just eating healthy food. So many people think, oh, I have to look good. I have to eat health food. No, that is a mistake. For example, avoid all fiber. No more fruits and no more vegetables. But Coach Greg, that's healthy food. That's what we're supposed to eat to lose weight. It's stupid. Do you know why? Fiber's gonna bloat you and distend your stomach. If you wanna look good, the most important thing, the single most important thing is abs. If you have a belly, you don't look good. I'm sorry, it doesn't matter how much muscle you have. If you have a gut, it's not gonna look good. And trust me, if you eat a big salad and you're shredded, you're gonna not look good. That's just it's just the bottom line. That's just it. I don't even need Stone Cold to say so. It is the bottom line here. You can have a distended stomach. I'm here in Mexico and I eat the buffet and I'm eating 3 meals a day and I'm eating a load of vegetables so I'm full, okay? I'm never hungry here on resort and I'm eating as much food as I want. I'm eating like 3.5 to 4,000 calories a day in 3 meals. How am I full? I'm eating vegetables. Do you know how I look after I eat every meal? Like a bloated whale. Literally a huge stomach. I look like I have like some kind of GH gut or something, which I don't have. Zero GH stomach, okay? It's a food baby. It's a food belly. I look pregnant because I'm eating so much. So if I go and eat, it could be all healthy. All healthy. All I ate was tomatoes and broccoli. That sounds pretty healthy, and I will walk out on the beach and look bloated. Or I go there and eat all crap, all jelly worms and jelly beans. In other words, I eat like Allie over there. No comment from her. And if you eat like Allie, you're gonna have a flat, small stomach because it's all high-calorie, dense foods that aren't bloating, okay? If you eat like me, you're gonna be bloated. So even though I eat healthy, my stomach's gonna look bloated. So Henry Cavill would need to avoid all fibrous foods, no vegetables and no fruits, and just eat carbs, and then he would look ripped and have that full muscle and dehydrated look. Subscribe and click the bell button. Subscribe, bell, comment. Subscribe, bell, comment. Okay? Let me know what you think of this video. Do you agree or disagree? If you disagree, it automatically means you're a moron. I mean, it automatically does, okay? So if you feel like disagreeing, just know that you're a moron. I mean, you're allowed to be. That's okay. But after you watch 10 or 20 more of my videos, you will probably go and graduate from being a moron to just an idiot. And then maybe 50 to 100 videos in, you'll probably have some kind of intelligence and you will no longer be a moron nor an idiot. You'll be like a normal, knowledgeable type of person. You watch 300 plus videos, you could probably coach people. I'm not even kidding. If you watch 300 of my videos, you will know more than 95% of coaches. Whoever's your coach now, if you watch 300 videos of mine, 95% chance you know more than them. You can coach them. Be like, hey coach, I'm gonna coach you now. I'm gonna give you half price. Just telling you how to make money. Anyway, subscribe, bell button. If you didn't do it already, do it now. And remember, GregDoucette.com, that's my website for coaching. Greg Doucette, IFBB Pro, watch me there. Till next time, I am out to go suntan with sunblock 50 because I don't want skin cancer.
Hey Siri, what are the big rolls of grass called? What are the big rolls of grass called that you would put on a house lawn?
Turf.
Sod.
Sod.
Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about? The big rolls called sod?
So the problem is,